Welcome back to the Core World SoloPlay playthrough, and I just noticed a distressing thing from last round. I did not zero out my actions nor my energy, which means that the AI gets to take another turn. In this turn, the AI moves as far as it can, which is beyond the 5-space limit, and grabs the card with the highest VPs available. Unfortunately for the AI, there isn't very much available that is actually all that juicy. Neither of them give it bonus points either, bonus conditional points, like say 1 point per tactic card in your empire, for instance. So it's going to have to settle for this one, the nearest one, and add it to its tableau, which leaves us with a fairly empty universe. This time we advance the round counter to Sector 3, Round 5, which means that we'll have 6 cards and 5 actions again, as in Sector 2, Rounds 3 to 4. So let's refill the universe. We have 1 energy token to place on Garyon, and now we refill from the Sector 3 deck. We get Epimetheus. After conquering Epimetheus, you may immediately transfer up to 2 of your faction tokens from their current Galactic Order cards to new Order cards. Warp Fighter. It's a starfighter with a Galactic Senate icon. You may deploy this unit for 0 energy if you have more faction tokens on the Galactic Senate than every other single player before you deploy this card. So that's nice. Warbot, robot. The Warbot is +1 ground strength and +1 fleet strength for each additional robot in your war zone. Minerva 2. Ooh, it's a 4 VP world. Your heroes cost -1 energy to deploy, which is nice actually. And the 6th one is the Republican Cruiser. It's a star cruiser. Also, the Galactic Senate icon is on it. While the Republican Cruiser is in your war zone, add +1 ground strength to each of your vehicles. So this is a nice. It's always nice. I've never seen a not nice tableau of cards to plunder and invade. So, okay, now the question is, what do we do now? Now we have the draw phase, and actually, we should do our event. So turning over our event, we have Convoy Raids. All cards in the Central Zone cost +1 energy to draft during this round. So that will actually apply for the next 2 rounds, which makes things a bit uncomfortable. Now, our energy doesn't carry over from round to round, and neither do our actions. Now we reset our actions all the way up to 5. So since we hung on to the Herald, we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more cards. And because on Agamemnon it says if we have more worlds and units, which we have 0 units, we can draw 1 card. So we'll do that. Okay. So we've got a Medibot, we've got the Herald, we've got a bunch of grunts and snub fighters, and we've got the Sentinel. So let's see what we can do. So looking at the board, considering worlds to conquer, since those are giving us VPs now, and units to draft, I would seriously consider drafting the Republican Cruiser in the hopes of eventually getting my hands on Minerva 2 for its 4 victory points. But that will require a little bit of finesse. See, I have the Herald, which if it's deployed, I can discard it from my war zone in order to put a card into my hand. But that assumes that I would have all the energy I needed, i.e. 6 energy, to deploy the Republican cruiser, which I can't really do right now. I don't have enough ground strength to take Garyon, which would have given me eventually 2 more energy. But for safety's sake, I need to be able to take Minerva too. Because if I don't take it, the AI is going to take it, and the AI is already racking enough points. I think I'm going to deploy units and sacrifice Garyon to the AI, even though it has an energy token on it, which will just give the AI 1 more victory point. I think I'll deploy units, yes. But first, let's go through our energy phase. So we have 7 energy now from our planets, and we can't do anything with ground right now because we've only got 2 ground strength, so we might as well discard the 2 galactic grunts to give us 1 more energy. We have no energy surges, so hopefully we'll get some next turn. So I'm actually going to move my worlds down 1, down to the 2nd row, and have my units in this row. So I'm going to spend 1 energy and 1 action to deploy the Herald, and 2 energy and 1 action to deploy the Sentinel. When I deploy it, I may immediately draw 1 card, and it's unfortunately an energy surge, which doesn't help at all. So that's 1, 2 units, and they cost 1, 2, 3 each. And everything costs 1 more to draft from the universe. So that's particularly nasty. We did, however, get to put tokens on the Senate for the Herald and the Mystic Brotherhood for the Sentinel. Now might be a good time to draw cards, to spend this to draw 3 cards, so we will do that. Draw 1 Flame Troopers, 2 Beast Rider, 3 Snub Fighter. Okay. We're still deploying units, so let's see if this makes any difference to our plans at all. And as it turns out, we may just be able to take over a world. Not the world that we exactly wanted, but a world nonetheless. So actually we probably won't be able to because we don't have the energy. We won't have the energy after deployment to deal with it. But let's just see where this takes us. So first we deploy the Beast Rider for 1 energy because there's no other infantry around. Then we deploy the Flame Troopers for 3. So that's a total of 4 energy so far. So that's 1, 2 units, 1, 2, 3, 4 energy spent. And I don't think we're going to be able to... If we were 1 step closer to Garyon, we'd be able to take it. But as it is, we can't really do anything. So what I'm going to do now is to spend my 1 energy to get a ride on the AI because I know what it's going to do now. Spend 1 energy and catch a ride on the AI. Now the AI reacts to the deployment of our units by taking a world, and it takes Garyon. and we ride along with it. So Garyon goes into the display, and this energy token will be tallied. I'm passing with no actions and no energy, and I am discarding everything except for the energy surge card. I have a feeling we're going to really need that next round. Now we move to the next round. We still have the Convoy Rage in effect, so all cards are +1 energy. We're now in the Galactic phase, so we're going to put energy tokens on quite a few cards. And we only refill one from Sector 3. And it's Nibelung. Your robots cost -1 energy to deploy. Nice enough. So let's consider with the new board what we can do. So we bring our actions up to 5. Oh, by the way, notice that we had our actions at 1 but our energy at 0. Either of these were at 0, so the AI doesn't take another turn. It only takes another turn if you had both actions and energy left over. So we'd move our actions up to 5. As for energy, we still have the 7 from our planets. And we have 2 energy surge cards, and the AI is producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 energy. So these are both 2 energy each. So that's 4 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that will give us some shopping power, because that's pretty much what I plan to do. But first, let's take over a world. So yes, Epimetheus is something that we can take. It requires 2 fleet strength and 5 ground strength. We have 2 fleet strength from the Sentinel. We have 2 ground strength from the Beast Rider. We have 2 ground strength from the Flame Troopers, but we can discard 1 card to give them +1 ground strength, which we will. We're discarding Type Formation. So that gives us the 2 fleet strength and 5 ground strength that we need to take out Epimetheus. Or at least to take in Epimetheus. We spent 1, so Epimetheus came with an energy token, so it was basically free to invade it, except for the units that we'll have to pay to keep it. So that cost us 1 action and 1 energy. But with the energy token, that gives us back that energy. We get pulled into this space, and we discard the Sentinel, the Flame Troopers, and the Beast Rider. I don't want to garrison any of those because they're good cards. After conquering Epimetheus, you may immediately transfer 2 of your faction tokens from their current Galactic Order cards to new Galactic Order cards. We only have the 1 token on the Galactic Senate, and we like it fine there. So we'll just add Epimetheus to our worlds and move on from there. We've conquered a world. The AI does not like that. There is no tactics card for it to take, so it's just going to take the Warp Fighter since it's the nearest card with an energy token. Tallies up the energy token. So we haven't spent energy to move at all. We've been pulled into space because we invaded and conquered a planet there, but other than that, we haven't moved at all. So this means that we can probably go and pick up the Republican cruiser. And I really do want to zero out our energy because we're in a pretty vulnerable position right now. So what I probably want to do is what I could do is that I could take the warbot. If I take the warbot, then the AI takes the Republican cruiser, which gives it a victory point, but moves it past Minerva 2. Not that and Minerva 2 will remain untaken. Then I'm going to deploy units to use up my actions. And then it will just take Niebling. Okay, that's not a good plan at all, but it leaves Minerva free. This is tough. I really want the Republican cruiser, but I think I'm going to have to settle for the warbot. Because as things are, if I took the cruiser, the AI would take the warbot, and it would take Minerva when I spent actions to deploy units. So here we go. We're going to spend 1 energy to move 1 space. Oh, and I forgot, the Flame Troopers gave us a little Mystic Brotherhood token. So we are going to take the warbot. So that will cost us 3 energy, we get back 1 energy, and we spend 1 action. 1, 2, 3 energy and 1 action. We get an energy. And actually it costs an extra energy because of the convoy raids. So that wasn't too bad. So we take the robot into our discard and we advance into that space. The AI automatically moves. It grabs the Republican cruiser, tallies up its point, which I won't show, but it's at 7 energy now, and adds it to its empire. We're going to choose to deploy units until we run out of actions. We've got 3 units and we can definitely do that. You know, if I spent 2 more actions for units, I have 1 left over for invading Minerva 2. And since I have the retired flying ace, I can boost and a token in the Galactic Senate, I can boost him up to 3. So that's 5 plus 1 is 6. Add 2 more for Prince Aaron. Actually, I'm going to put Prince Aaron in reserve and just play the snub fighter because we just need 1 more. So that's 5, 6, 7. So that's 3 energy and 2 actions. 2 actions, 1, 2, 3 energy. Because we've deployed units, the AI now reacts by taking Niebling, by taking this planet and adding it to its tableau. We take our token from the Galactic Senate to pay for the retired ace's power. Now we have the ace is at 5 fleet strength, Herald at 1 fleet strength, Snubfighter at 1 fleet strength. That's a total of 7 fleet strength, which defeats the 7 fleet strength of Minerva 2. So we have conquered Minerva 2. And we only needed 1 more action and 1 more energy to do it. 1 energy, 1 action. We've zeroed out our actions. Thanks. And with all that firepower, we're going to take Minerva 2, successfully move into its space, and add it to our tableau, reserving the snub fighter for garrisoning it and discarding the Herald and the retired flying ace.